Alright, we're back for round 3. People had pretty wild first couple of games. Check it out. They were pretty interesting. We're 1-1. I'm going to keep this. Doesn't have our tutelage, but it has plays. We start off with the Evolving Ones. And go into Screech and Scab next turn. It would be very hard for us to win if we scab away our tutelage, but like we saw in the last game, we can get kind of aggressive if it works out that way. Alright, so let's go grab an island. Okay, that's a good draw. I would rather play this now, I think. Alright, and we will pass back. So the Scab will come down next turn. See if our opponent has a Starfish. Oh, he has his own Scab. So let's see what they're playing. Give us some information. Green. Disciple of the Ring. Well, I'm glad that's in his graveyard. Playing a mirror match, though. Or at least I'm going to assume it's a mirror match. I don't like these Scabs. I don't like them very much. Just because I think I'm going to go Epiphany and discard a Scab. That might be wrong, but I really don't want to mill my tutelage away. So I'm going to Epiphany and discard a Scab. Depending on what we draw, it might just be better to discard a land. I'm going to offer the trade. Opponent probably plays a 3-drop here. Alright, he has our deck, and it's working out better for him right now. So let's go ahead and crack this off. Alright, discard. Yeah, discard a Scab. And draw another land. So this turn, Thief's going to start drawing him cards, which isn't great. But I'm going to get Angel's Tomb down and try to race him. Next turn we could play Rock Smaller, activate Tomb. Scab just matches up very poorly against Jushin Thief. Can't attack into it and can't block it. I hate letting opponents draw off of the Thief, but the only other thing I was doing that turn was playing Scab and just blocking and losing a card out of my hand. That might have been okay for him not to draw a card, but the earlier you get Angel's Tomb down, the better. I'll have Foundry active in 2 turns, which will be pretty good. Alright, draw your card. Disciple of the Rings, not a card that... It's a mythic, so I've never played with it or against it. It seems like it's okay and limited. It does cost 5 to get down, and it requires you to have a lot of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. But I assume that it's not too hard for my opponent in these colors. Screech and Scab can help out with that a little bit. Alright, so we are playing a mirror match. I wonder if he also has a tutelage. He's going to have a loaded hand. What are you showing me? Shows me his own Rock Smaller. Okay. And I have my own Empath. Best thing I can do is get down Mauler, though. Next turn I could go Empath plus Screech and Scab if I need to. I think I'm going to need a way to deal with his Mauler, though. Go and attack. Now, his next turn works out one of 2 ways. He either attacks me with the Thief, and if he does, then he uses some sort of trick to kill my Mauler or save his Thief. Or he might just tap out and play his own Rock Smaller. Opponent does have 7 cards in hand. Nope, he's going to play Void Mage. It's going to get in for the extra draw, and he's going to get in for 3 damage. Alright, not bad. Not bad play from him. Just get to draw a card this way. He might not have his 5th land. Maybe that's why. He or she. I'm sorry. Well, I assume Nate Dogg is a he. Alright, there's 5th land, regardless of whether he had it before or not. So a couple options. I could go Scab plus Elf and have 2 blockers. Or I could just play Foundry and I can instant speed make Angel online. That doesn't seem terrible. I think this is tough actually. If I'm not using Foundry, I don't want to play it yet. I do want to attack with my Angel's Tomb this turn. So I'm thinking could just replay Roxmauler and see if he replays his own. Probably going to go with that actually, because that means he doesn't have any good attacks on his turn. Get in for 3. And pass back. Alright, let's see what he's got. Another Void Mage would be very annoying. Could have Might of the Masses. I think I'd block the Thief if it attacks here. Might of the Masses would be very powerful though. It would allow Thief to kill my Mauler and survive, and still have enough mana to play his Mauler. No, he does have another Void Mage, wow. So he gets in for 5. I'm down to 11. Next turn I'm putting him down to 11. Wow, opponent's just tempo in here. And the Jeshen Thief is just drawing cards every turn. So ouch. Alright, this turn I'm gonna go Screeching Scab and Llanowar. And a Visionary. Aside from the Disciple, I haven't seen any of his cards in his deck that I don't also have. So we picked a bad color combination. Alright, let's go ahead with Elves here. Activate the Tomb. See what we've got coming. Wild Instincts could be good, so I'm going to keep Instincts on top and then draw the Guardians here. Turn Angel's Tomb into a creature, yes. Don't want to play Screeching Scab now, but we have the Guardians. I didn't actually think about that. If we were going to play those two together, we should have played the creature and then the elf, because the Scab would just get rid of whatever we kept on top, if it was something good. Not too relevant here. Turn Angel's Tomb into a double creature again. Super relevant. See if our opponent bounces more stuff next turn. Then next turn we can go Mauler plus Screeching Scab. Or we have Wild Instincts, so we're probably going Instincts plus Scab to kill off something. He also has a Foundry. That is insane. Wow, 3 blue-green decks at this table. 3 of them. Our last opponent was blue-green as well. Yeah, we should have moved into black. Could have probably had a decent black-white deck, from what I saw. Alright, what are you locking down, my big guy? Yep. Alright, I mean, my opponent's just got all these cards in his hand. There's no way I'm winning this game at this rate. I've got to throw Llanowar in front of something, and I'm still taking 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, there's just no way. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to keep my Llanowar up, hopefully. And he's got something. Alright, I can't make a comeback off that board. There are some games in Magic Origins where there's just no way you're going to come back regardless of what you draw. Because there aren't very many sweepers, there aren't ways to kill multiple things. No matter what I draw, there's not doing much. I could play Foundry and then have 3 blockers, but still dead. Alright, we can beat them. We just need to be a little more... Well, we're on the play. Again, we're better on the play. Vine Snare seems good against him, and he won't see it coming. Again, I'll lose Nissa's Revelation, and we'll just play like that. Playing almost like Foundry, Jeshin Thief, Rock Smaller, Elvish Visionary, Separatist Void Mage, at least one of them. All the same cards. Llanowar Empath. Insane how that happened. And we have... Ouch. We need a 3rd land, but I'm going to keep. Needs the 3rd land desperately by turn 3. My opponent's just got all the tempo cards, so I don't think I can afford to mulligan down too much. I need to get a little lucky here. Between all his Void Mages and Claustrophobia and decent creatures like Elvish Visionary, he could just overtake us. If we draw a Forest, I feel okay about this. Valerian Warden's a pretty good blocker. Not great when he's using Void Mages, though. Opponent keeps. Opponents never have to mulligan. In the last couple sets of games, I don't think I've... Like, the last couple recordings, I don't think I've had an opponent mulligan against me once. And then they curve almost perfectly, so... A little jealous. Good. Unfortunately, that doesn't give us a play this turn, so we'll see if our opponent has a Screeching Scab. And then we'll see if we have to face against Disciple of the Rings this game. Alright, he has a Visionary. I'm just going to get Tutelage down as soon as possible. Alright, Might of the Masses, not going to be fantastic here. Alright, see if we can get there. See if he plays a 3-drop. Jeshin Thief would be pretty bad for me. 7 cards in hand, he's got to have something to play. If not, just another 2-drop. Scrapskin Drake, not too worried about that one, but a little annoying. Alright, Tutelage, activate. Double land. So, just a 3-drop right now. I like Warrens as a way to potentially get in next turn. I imagine it just gets Void Maged here, but no 4th land. If it doesn't, we can Stratus Walk and hit him. We'd be drawing a total of 3 cards. Gotta be a Void Mage. Wild Instincts, that's pretty bad. He gets in for 5 this way. Nope, didn't want to draw that at all. Did not want to draw Angel's Tomb. Alright, now probably just Water Courser. See if he has an answer for this. He's going to have 6 cards in hand. I don't feel confident about this at all. Especially with us hitting our lands. We probably wanted to cut Angels. No, I don't think so. I mean, it seems bad here, but there are draws where it's good. Definitely not the draw that we have. We have some 2-drops in our deck. We have those Visionaries, which would be good. Whirler Rogue as well. Ouch. Probably makes Visionary unblockable. And he's just going wide. That's where Whirler Rogues were good, for the same reason I conceded that last game. Like, I'm not going to be able to keep up if he's playing creatures every turn. I just can't keep up. I can add 1 more creature per turn. If I draw a land, I mean, I get Aeronauts, but he's coming in faster than I'm going to be able to mill him. Man, this sucks. Wild Instincts was good there. Alright, we milled a Void Mage. I guess I'm just going a little wider here. He's getting in for 4 a turn. Makes anything he wants unblockable. Ouch. I don't love it. Of the 3 blue-green decks, my opponent's is definitely the best. It's just very tempo-oriented like blue-green should be. Has all pretty much good cards. My plan's a little wonky. And looking at my hand, like, his card quality is better than my card quality. Might just continue to make things unblockable. He hasn't taken damage. He's far from being milled out. Unless I get super lucky with this tutelage. I mean, one thing I can do here is Stratus Walk the Water Courser. So that it can block Scrap Skin Drake, but that doesn't even seem great. Alright, interesting that he didn't use his Thopters. 6 mana, what are you going to do? Alright. He has at least 2 Timber Packs in his deck. And he's just adding to the board more creatures. So his hand must have been... Oh, and Caustic Caterpillar to ruin our plan. Alright. We can't win. Like, we really just can't win. I don't think so. So, I mean, I was going to concede there, but, like, what can I really do against him just building up? Guess I can Tomb here. Man, I don't see how I can push in 20 before he pushes in 9. I mean, really, I could Stratus Walk his Scrap Skin since that already has this ability, but drawing a card. What can I even draw? Not quite. I think I've got... My opponent will probably bring me low next turn and then kill me off the turn after. Feels bad. But we went for a strange deck anyway. And that's kind of what you get for building around a single enchantment. There is, I mean, Caustic Caterpillar is a real card in sideboard, so just naturalizes my win condition. His Foundry, Whirler Rogue is a card I do not have in my deck. His Foundry, basically makes one more thing unblockable. Yeah, I don't see a way out of this. I don't have a way to kill all of these Thopters. All he has to do is tap them to Whirler Rogue's effect. I don't have a way to... I mean, I could Wild Instinct Whirler Rogue, and then I'm just dying to mass damage anyway. Opponent's got all the mana in the world here. He's probably thinking about Kraken Foundry now. Yeah, I'm going to let it play out, but just knowing my deck, like, I don't think there's anything that can come in. I mean, Vine Snare, all that does is draw me a turn, and when I'm not milling my opponent, that seems much worse, unless I'm attacking back, but I'm really not. So we're waiting on the opponent here to figure out how to kill us off. Opponent seems to be taking a while here. Okay. Gets in for 4. Did he... Oh, he made this unblockable. Yeah. Yeah, just blocking. Probably shouldn't have played Angel's Tomb last turn. It's not really doing anything. 6-drop, Vastwood Gorger, Sky Snare Spider, Scab Goliath. Alright. Yep, there's a land. That thing has Trample too. With no bounces or anything in my deck, I don't see me coming back from this. Vastwood Gorger, not even useful. Gets killed by Scab Goliath. So we'll bottom that, top the Vastwood. Alright, I'm going to go and just concede to my opponent. There's no way... Oh, he can actually just make Scab Goliath and something else unblockable anyway, so I don't even get to get another turn here. I'm going to concede. Give him his time. Respect his time. He won. His deck was good. Very good. And much better than mine. He had cards like Whirler Rogue and Disciple and just better cards in general. But interesting to see the mirror match twice in the same pod. I didn't suspect that. It seemed like those colors were fairly open. So if I had picked a different color like black, which was clearly open, or white, which seemed pretty open at the beginning, then I would have had 2 other players who definitely wouldn't be competing with cards at all for me. But I was competing with 2 other players, maybe even more, for the same exact cards, and I just didn't predict that. I didn't see it in the pack, so we got beat. We only won 1, and we lost the other 2, but there you go. That's how it goes sometimes. Should probably just stick to red-white. That seems to work way more often. I will say my opponents have the answers for everything quite often, so good for them. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.